Alrighty, YouTube's another one of Kip's Clips. A long time no see. But it's been good. I've been away learning about the Roman Empire and shit, man. Crazy. I know I should be transfixed with my Brexit. Oh man! That was some hard Brexit, wasn't it? But no, I'm not. I'm I'm trying to figure out how I can still make YouTube clips and not contribute to the collective madness. The collective madness on both sides is getting propagated by both sides to control you and mobilise you the way they want. Now you can argue one side's good and one side's bad. I'd argue one side is the other side and the other side is the other side. It's a bunch of elite douchebags vying for power within themselves. And they're quite happy to drive people fucking crazy to mobilise them the way they want. I touched on this before. And by the way, I've looked into the French Revolution many a times myself before. And it was only maybe about a year and a half ago, there was this one channel, he talked about the Great Fear. And I was like, whew. Right, so I didn't invent the Great Fear or first propagate it on the internet. It was just information that came along and my wanderings of the YouTubes, and it was a bit of information that I didn't discard because I thought what the guy was saying was worthy actually looking into. And it was the same guy that actually mentioned the 33rd degree parallel north, right? The Earth and the Sun. God, I'm going to embarrass myself. See people that actually can fucking you understand this stuff into very in detail, and they're not. They'll think I'm a bumbling idiot, but I want to understand. So the Earth doesn't. The Earth's axis is like that to the Sun, if that makes any sense. So the Sun's there, so it tilts like 33. So the tilt of the Sun means that in the 33rd degree parallel north, because there's north in the Earth, there's south, north, tilts towards the Sun. And on the, I really need to, if anybody knows how you can get stargazing models, you know, like I know you can get models that will show you where the Sun is, the stars are, so on and so forth at particular times and dates of the year. I really need to play around with that shit. Learn how to work it so I can explain this stuff. But anyway, so I just wanted to say that because I would say the guy's channel, but recently he just took all his shit down and was fighting with people and some reason had to take his stuff out. I don't even really know the ins and outs of it. I couldn't care, to be honest. But, so I don't think the guy likes his name getting put out there, and I don't want to put anybody's name out there because particular people on the interwebs just don't like me for obvious reasons. So I don't want to contribute towards this collective madness on both sides. There's a lot of innocent people that and I count myself in this, the dumbed down masses out there who have turned into literal puppets for other people. And they think it's because they support, it's because the people that's filled their head with the shite has convinced them that they're right and the other side is wrong and vice versa. Now, to understand what's happening right here, right now, it's not unique. It is not unique in history, far from it. It's far from unique. It's a commonality. And this is the inversion of the inversion of the propaganda to get it right up you. They don't want you going and studying the rise and falls of empires, the reasons being their systems of government and how they control people, the things they use, the bread and circuses and whatnot. They don't want you going and understanding that. Because if you understand that shit, and don't get gaslit with legalese shit and all that as well, worthwhile expanding your knowledge on that. But then, if you're gaslit with that, me sitting here saying, you should understand that, they're going, I don't understand anything, right? Because they're talking about the legalese mumble jumble shit and the meaning of that, understand in that book, not in Normal talk, you know, normal human beings chatting with each other without fucking trickery and ballbaggery, right? Everybody out there understands what I mean by understanding, right? Expand your knowledge on it. And if you go and look at the rise and fall of empires, what's happening right here, right now, is not unique. The tools have changed, the players have changed, the locations have changed, the strips have changed, the rhetoric has changed, but it's exact same echo in time. Now, I'll try and give you an example of why I don't want to join in the collective madness. I don't want to contribute to the collective madness. I don't want to say I'm pro-Brexit, anti-Brexit, although at one point, because of my programming and how much the Truth or Industrial Complex tuned me to the moon, I was a Russian robot, I was a UKIP robot, I was propagating other people's messaging thinking I was doing the right thing and the good thing. Now, I've got the understanding and the knowledge that all I had been done was been manipulated. And for the life of me, I can't understand why I was so easily manipulated. It wasn't as if I was a fucking in the middle of a mental breakdown. So when you're in the middle of a mental breakdown, there's shit going wrong in your life, right? And when there's shit going wrong in your life, part of your survival, I don't know, you try and blame other people, don't you? You look for external forces out with your control that you can point at and go, oh, they're fucking their fault. When you're feeling sorry for yourself, right? Then you get over that shit. And hopefully you're not stuck. Hopefully, thank fuck for me, I wasn't stuck in the programming of that shit. My natural, genuine curiosity, which was in me for a kid, but couldn't be harnessed for the schools because they didn't know how to teach me, led me down this path. And thank fuck I had the fucking courage as an individual to talk out against the collective. All the collectives, whether it be mainstream media or the New World Order, Illuminati, deep state shit, I managed to escape the gravitational force from it, and it was hard. It was really hard, because over that journey of when I was in ball deep in it, the relationships and all, the friendships and whatnot, the connections you make and all that, it adds into the collective hive mind. It's harder for you to point at the fucking craziness of fucking chemtrails if your best pal still believes in them. And then when you point to the craziness of chemtrails and go, well, I would just go look at the fucking science a wee bit harder, they take it as a personal insult when you laugh at the fucking batshit craziness of chemtrails. But it's alright if they don't believe in flat earth, or they do believe in flat earth and you slag or don't slag it. Do you know what I mean? It's group conformity. I don't like individuals or have like friendships with individuals based on their beliefs. It's based on me liking them as an individual, not because of what they believe in, what they don't believe in, and what they say fucking thinks batshit crazy and so on. Right? Again, it's people's hypocrisies and double talk that they can't even look at themselves in the mirror and fucking and acknowledge and understand. Like some people that have a mental breakdown can't look in the mirror and go, I had a fucking mental breakdown. They go, I discovered the secret of life, the Illuminati, New World Order, Deep State are coming to get us. Right? So I'm out, man. The great fear is here. Right? Both sides, more than two sides, are all using the great fear. Just like the tactic that was used in the French Revolution. This wasn't new. The great fear wasn't new in the French Revolution. Oh fuck, I've been studying the Roman empires and shit. The Republic into the Empire and all that jazz. What's the fucking empire? Oh man, that shows you how much I've been paying attention in class. Oh fuck, I can't speak English, never mind fucking Latin. Commandandus or something. Fuck, I'll get the details for you at a later date, right? But long story short, his dad was a real good fucking emperor. His dad died and gave it to him. He probably wasn't the best choice because he was his dad's son, he gave it to him. And he then entrusted his fucking great... he then just lay about the palace, never dealing with any fucking actual fucking administration of the empire. So his top advisor, who was a freed slave, then started trying to manipulate things to project his power. In theory, because there's only one written account of this, in theory, that's right, actual documentable historical evidence that you might learn some shit from. Illuminati, deep state, this is imperative, this is the end of times. And long story short, what he done was starve the citizens. It was during the Black Plague and all that. He deliberately starved the citizens so the citizens would fucking cry out for a hero, and he was storing all the grain to rock up and go, yeah! And just start dishing out all the grain and stuff, and then become more powerful than the emperor and all that, right? So, again, the citizens are getting played by cunts in the palace. Right, the cunts in the palace, everybody thinks the Illuminati is just one big fucking gentleman's club, and they don't fucking want to kill and maim and fucking shag each other's brothers, wives, husbands, grannies, all that good stuff to gain power. Do they ignore the fact that there's been brothers killing sisters, sisters killing brothers, brothers on brother, sister on sister, mother on kids through history? Right? The elite scumbags ain't a bunch of fucking cunts sitting round a table with a wee fucking handshake. They're competing with each other too. So the elite douchebags up here, but they need the power of the people because the people are the engine room. So they need to manipulate us into supporting one over the other. What I'm fucking saying is go down the road of fucking Spartacus and go, fucking, we all come together and go, we hate this system. Now, obviously, I've tried to explain this 1,001 times. I've even fucking stood in the middle of Glasgow and at polling stations and held my own elections and all that, right? Courage in my convictions, even though, and I still believe in what I've done. In fact, it did make me the founding father of Estonia, but that doesn't come without perils, by the way. It's hard negotiating that shit, but hey, you need to take the rough with the smooth. It's not easy being a founding father of a country. Estonia. Long live Estonia! Anyway, so what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say, simply, but I can never do it, is, for me, and if I was to give, not advice, or just explain where my head's at, for the benefit of me, and I believe other individuals would benefit from this attitude as well, don't get caught up in the collective madness, right? Because you think you're fighting for the good guy over the bad guy, or and vice versa, right? So, neither of the people are the good guys. They're just the elite douchebags that rule over us, and who in the palace, away from the people, are arguing and jostling for position themselves within the palace, not in the streets with the people, and we're just the cannon fodder. We all know that. I mean, it's all the soldiers. Who goes in soldiers nowadays? Who goes and dies in the name of fucking X, Y, and fucking Z? Right? Ain't people walking about with fucking cash? It ain't the elite douchebags that are sitting up there deciding all this shit on our behalfs, right? So, I'm not joining the army, I'm not participating in Tommy Robinson shit, and I'm not participating in, I don't know, I'm not participating in pro or anti-Brexit shit, right? It's all theatre to mobilise us. Now, I believe I understand. In fact, I believe I've got a better understanding than some, I would say maybe most, on my watching of the YouTubes, of how the world has worked. Has worked! Go and look at it. Go and look at every fucking rise and fall of every empire. Go and look at the internal politicking in those empires. Go and look how those empires expanded their borders, held on to their empire. Right, and look at all the ancient Egyptians, Babylonians, Greece, Rome, Britain, America. Look at those in secession, and you will see the echoes in history. And boom shakalaka, 2018, you've got people on the YouTubes telling you, it's so unique, I've never seen this in history. Just wrapping up your fear to control you. And it's fear of immigrants. I mean, fuck's sake. Does the penny not drop when Alex Jones makes people scared of soap and water? Right? People out there with their teeth falling out because of fucking they're tuned to the moon on the fucking YouTubes. People out there, man, I've seen witnessed this having a very negative impact on people's general health, on their life, their outlook of life, their quality of life, the way that, and I include myself in this, by the way, but others as well. And to ignore that that's fucking stupidity. To ignore what's happening in front of you, not analyse it, to try and moderate your behaviour in the future to make sure that you don't fucking end up fucking batshit fucking crazy, looking like fucking Thomas Sheridan, the homeless man, scared to comb his hair in case the New World Order say, hey, you look nice today. You know what I mean? Have they all thinking they're different by doing the same thing? Remember when you were younger, in that impressionable teenager years, and you started getting into fucking culture, pop music and all that shit, and you done it because you were different. Oh, Oasis is so different. Oh, the next thing you know, fucking 75% of fucking every cunt in school's bouncing about trying to dress like Liam Gallagher, while at the same time all think we're different. I witnessed it with my sister. In hindsight, I witnessed it with myself. I'm still stuck in the 1990s fucking time fucking. And somebody bought me a pair of jeans the other day and they were skinny jeans, man. Fucking felt like, honestly, I felt my fucking dick going like that. And a vagina forming the second I put them on. I honestly, and then the person was like, nah, they look alright. And I'm like, right, okay, I understand you never have a fair fucking representation of yourself in the mirror. Then I looked again and I looked down at me. I was like, nah, I just feel uncomfortable. I'm fucking happy with my fucking 1990 jeans and I will be until the day I die. Thank you very much, right? But I recognise that in myself. So, so that's a fractal. What happened to me when I was younger and impressionable is a fractal of what happened when the internet started getting pumped into every cunt's nut. Ooh, you know, the internet made you hate the TV. So that's the funniest thing ever. You know, there's still people out there that think you're evil and satanic if you watch TV programmes and maybe have some light-hearted entertainment from it, you know. According to them, you should be doing what the internet told you is cool. Not what you think's good, or not what you enjoy, or not the things that fucking you've participated in since you're young and had fun with. No, what this new for industrial complex culture's fucking put into your nut. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I do not want to participate in any of this collective madness. I think we're all better off out of it. As a citizen of Rome, right, like Commandius, or some shit, I need to get that name down, right? But if you were a citizen of Rome at that time, right, in fact, if I was a citizen of Rome at that time and I could travel, if I could travel back to there and tell the citizens of Rome one thing, I would be like, you're getting played by both sides. See, both douchebags in those palace, they don't care for you. All they do is want to use your loyalty to cement their power. Right? So that's all they're doing. They have to secure our loyalty to cement their power. My idea is don't give any of them any loyalty. Why have more loyalty to the arseholes than yourself? Why don't you become a walking god on this planet like myself? And no, I don't think I'm God. I think we are all living, walking gods on this planet. And if you don't understand that, then bah to you. And I'm batshit crazy because I think we're all individual gods walking on this planet, and it's up to you as your god to better yourself. Be a good god, a bad god, a cunt god, lie about getting fucking smashed out your tits all day god, whatever god you want. Just understand the power that's fucking in you as an individual. Oh, but the New World Order Illuminati's made my life's... I've achieved nothing in my life because of me. See, if I understood that when I was younger, if fucking there was somebody to get me to understand how the world works, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I would have achieved a lot more. But hey, it's not to say that I still can't achieve shit, you know? And that is something commendable to work towards. Instead of this collectivism bullshit, kumbaya crap on the fucking internet, where everybody wants to come round, talk about the ills of the day and what's going to kill us next, the next fear, 5G, fluoride, the goblins, the centre of the earth, Illuminati, devil worshippers, paedophilia. I mean, it's just all echoes in time. It's all just fear. Fear. I mean, does anybody walk down their high street and get attacked with militant feminists? Do they? Go and listen to fucking motherfuckers on the internet, they'll tell you it's happening. But anyway, I digress. The great fear. Hopefully I've made myself clear. Okay, let's have a look at the collective madness. Let's have a look at the collective madness. Some people would agree. If you think there's a sign of the mental midgets on the YouTubes and the Truther Industrial Complex, they call everybody crazy because they drink tap water. They call everybody crazy because they brush their teeth and their teeth aren't falling out. They call everybody crazy because they don't understand the Federal Reserve. They call everybody crazy because they don't understand the deep state Illuminati. Or everybody crazy, you know? Can you see the collective madness there? Another thing as well, right? Common rhetoric. Common language. Right. Common language. Many batshit crazy people in the Truther Industrial Complex, they spurt all the same shit. It's all the same language. Constantly repeating the same language. NLP! NLP! Do you know what NLP is? Do you know what NLP is? New World Order, Illuminati, Deep State, Russiagate, Brexit, Brexit. Common language. Common language. Right? Now, does anybody who spouts that shit understand what neuro-linguistic programming is? No, I didn't think so, because everyone, Eric Stone's told me about it one day and it was hypnotism or something, isn't it? Right? Now, think about this. The Truther Industrial Complex propagates memes and language, and I've participated in it yourself. You'll bounce into a Truther community. In fact, if somebody who isn't in a Truther community listens to a hangout in a Truther community, they need subtitles. Because we're all speaking a fucking... And I've probably still do participate in this to a certain extent. I try not to. I try and use layman language that everybody would understand, comprehend and grasp. Comprende? See? I'm fucking multilingual. I can't speak, but I'm speaking. So... Does nobody think it's weird that everybody walks around, talks the same, shouts the same shit when they're having an argument, retorts the same way and uses the same talking points? 1776, the Emperor has no clothes. All the same rhetoric. All the same stuff. That's neuro-linguistic programming, people. And the people who are getting your arsehole twitching and gaslighting you and making you batshit crazy by telling you NLP and the mainstream media are using neuro-linguistic programming, but we're not honest. Now go out and rhyme and repeat. Rinse and repeat. I prefer rhyme and repeat. With everything I've said. Now I give you Based Amy, who... My God. This is... You know the way in the Victorian era, the Victorians just used to fucking use the motherfuckers in the workhouse and never give a shit about them? They couldn't care if they lived or died, right? This is pretty established on record. I'm going to ask Charles Dickinson. I mean... Oh, God. Honestly, the amount of shit I'm looking into right now because I'm not getting fucking constipated over Brexit. It's amazing. Literally going, oh, well. Anyway, I'm going to ask Charles Dickinson about the prevalent attitude that could be argued was amongst Victorians, with the workhouses and all the other derivatives of that, which was basically enslavement. Oh, another commonality between all the, not all empires, but a lot of the empires is they were built with slavery. Egyptian, Greece, Roman, British Empire, American Empire, all built with slaves. Every empire has been built on slavery. To the best of my knowledge, which isn't all-encompassing, so remember that. And unfortunately, this based Amy has been tuned to the moon. Alright. You shouldn't really be calling her mental, because she is a genuine mental case. I think she's on record with having the most attempted suicide attempts in Britain. Might even be in fact, it was the world record. Now, obviously, having that amount of failed suicide attempts tells you a few things. She's either poor piss at it, or it's just a cry for help. She's an ex-professional golfer. That's code for lesbian, I think. And unfortunately, whatever happened to the poor woman, she had a mental breakdown, like myself. And then she's been programmed by Machiavellian motherfuckers on the YouTube. Now, see if you go and look at Garish and the UK Column Mob, the British Constitution Group and Association, you'll see that these are the lords, the business interests, the fucking Victorians that supported the workhouse. Right? They don't give a fuck for people's lives. They don't care if you live or die. If they can turn you into a useful fucking slave, they'll do it. As you witness here. Knowledge is power! Right, and she doesn't have any knowledge to actually go and learn history and hear that she's been NLP'd out or not. She stands in front of these people and rhymes and repeats all the fucking pro-Brexit shit from fucking UK Column and Tommy Robinson. It's a bit of cloth with some patterns on it. That flag's all sick! At least that guy isn't NLP'd up the arse. He's like, oh, well, this flag, it looks a bit like Chelsea, you know? Like, I've not heard that getting rhymed and repeated by a bunch of fucking crazy cunts on the internet. What, they stand around playing music? Waving flags? Says the woman who fucking get bitch slapped in front of a fucking mosque. She literally walked into the fucking to the front of a mosque and started telling them how much they were stinky Muslims and they should get out. Oh god, right, there's your collective madness. Fucking, the peasants getting mobilised by the gentry to fight each other for their whims, not ours. Not ours. Neither of these sides has the fucking general peasants. That's what we are, people. Call us citizens all you like, we're still the motherfucking peasants. And, it's just collective madness. I'm out. I do not want to participate. Also don't even want to fucking... I'm trying to figure out how to do not the InfoWars Nightly News without turning the peasants that have been fucking brains turned to mush and turned into idiots. But you need to fucking point it... I don't know. I need to figure out. But anyway, wanted to get that off my chest. Don't take part... Well, I don't know. Do whatever you want. I'm not taking part in the Great Fear. I don't want to propagate fear into other people. Either side. And I don't want to take part in the collective madness. I think if you could travel back to Rome and tell the slaves this dynamic and what's actually happening, and listening, there is no excuse but ignorance. No excuse but ignorance to not understand that's what's happening right here. You could easily grasp what is happening here if you put the time and effort into studying the rise and falls of empires and the political structures and the political battles going on within those structures in the time of the empires. And you can also go and see how the baton's been passed down as well, and how my personal opinion is there's always been a collective of good people that thirst more for understanding and knowledge than power. And it's unfortunate there's other people out there that just thirst for power more than that, and they're more ruthless, aren't they? You thirst for power, if that's all you desire over knowledge, you're going to be more ruthless. And that's why knowledge for centuries has went underground. And that's why there's entities out there trying to bring that knowledge out. And if you go and look at the knowledge they're trying to bring out, it's the knowledge of, here, go and look at that empire. Go and look at that. Go and look what happened there. Go and look here. Go and study fucking history. It's all there for you. The blueprint, the fucking golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, the fractal, the pattern is there. And the more knowledge you get to get a bigger pattern allows you to see more detail in the collage. And well, the detail I can see in the collage is what's happening right here, right now, isn't unique. It's just an echo in time. And if you want to participate in the peasantry arguing to benefit the gentry, then batter in. I'm out. I think we're better off all out of it. I'm going to go and... I don't have the... I've not got the power to fucking... I've not got the power to... what was I going to say? I've not got the ability to make my YouTube channel big enough to make any sort of an impact, right? I wish I could. I mean, I wish that would start manifesting itself, but it ain't. So what am I going to do? Keep pissing up against the wall? Or go and better my life as everybody else turns to mush? Because you know what sees out... Another thing as well. The change of power, regardless where it is, doesn't affect the peasantry. Well, it affects the peasantry very little. Affects the peasantry very little. It doesn't stop us being peasants. Anyway, I digress. Thumbs it up, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all the good stuff. Remember what I do here, it's digital busking. If you get any value from what I do, consider using the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below with your spare change, not your life savings. And a mega thanks to everybody that has over the time. It does mean a lot and it has motivated me. And I will continue to do this. Just what I'm talking about and stuff, it's not going to change, it's just evolving. It's evolving away from regurgitating news articles and just propagating fear on all sides. New World Order, Illuminati, and all this they talk. You know, they're going to get us, they're doing this, they're doing... Who they? Don't you understand? It's just the ruling class. It's been that way for thousands of years. You can actually look at it. The structure's there. It's all there for you to see. The arguing within the ruling class is there to see as well. Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, choose one. One's better over the other. It's fucking cunts bouncing about the palace, fucking jostling for power and using the fucking peasants on the street as to gain that power. Hopefully that makes sense. If it does, who knows. Anyway, thumbs it up, share it, Patreon and PayPal if you get value from the stuff I do. There'll be a Not the Infowars nightly news on tomorrow. Just need to try and figure out a kind of narrative for it, or like a train of thought from start to finish. Again, it's just going to be taking a journey through the madness of YouTube and pointing at it and offering counter arguments or observations. But I really just don't want to fucking just start tearing shreds off of fucking, let's face it, fucking windy liquors, you know? I believe my horizons are broadening a wee bit, right? And I don't want to give off an impression to people that I'm a windy liquor or just an angry man. I'm actually fucking learning and understanding a lot about fucking not everything, lots of stuff. But I don't want to participate in this collective madness. I don't want I don't want to encourage anybody to go and participate in any way within this theatre production. I want to stand outside the theatre and go, you know it's a show in there. Right? You know it's a show. That's it. I want to stand at the gates of the system and go, here, if you're going in there, go in by all means. I just want you to think about this. That's all I want to do. Stand at the gates of the system, and before people pass through those gates, or as they continuously pass through those gates, stand there on my wee soapbox and say my wee piece. Vote us, not them. Till that penny drops, the system's going to remain the same. The seats of power will change. They'll move left, right, blue, red, but everything will remain the same. The structure will remain the same. It's not changed in thousands of years. Why do you think it's going to change now? Because Donald Trump's here, the deep state fighter, the Illuminati. I mean, nobody's even done their due diligence on the Illuminati. Right? And then he'll start spouting all the Weishaupt shit and all the I've done my due diligence and then some. Right? And all the Weishaupt shit and all that. But they don't scratch beneath the surface other than the rumour. The story of the Illuminati. They go to the Victorian guy. Again, Alex Jones isn't unique as well, by the way. See the Victorian Alex Jones. I forget his name. I think if you go on my channel and put in Albert Pike, when tear to shreds. This is another NLP thing. Albert Pike predicted 3 world wars in the Zionist Illuminati. How could he predict Zionism? You know what era he stayed in? Go and stick his name on a fucking timeline and fill in the blanks in history, you donut. But anyway, and I'm not Albert Pike, 33rd degree Mason, right? Does anybody, has the Masons got an arch enemy? Let's call the Mason, no. Let's call the has the Masons got an arch enemy? Was there an organisation created specifically to stop the Reformation, Masonic doing, and regain or consolidate power for the Vatican Church that was waning in fucking droves? Is there? If you go and search that out, and if you find an organisation that fits those that criteria, and then if you go and study where the myth of the Illuminati, there's the story of the Illuminati, and then there's the regurgitation of the myth in the Victorian era, right? Go and do your due diligence on that, and what you'll find is Albert Pike's prediction came from a Jesuit sitting down in Chile, right? So if you can clearly see there's like, people have dogs in the fight there. It's not just a truth seeker for Victorian times telling you the truth like Alex Jones. It's a cunt out there manipulating the masses yet again. Anyway, I digress, man. I could be here all day talking about fucking history and all that, you know. And you know what? And I've been writing my esoteric tours of Glasgow. You know, it took me 8 years. It took me fucking I've been saying 8 years for 2 years. I've been doing this for about fucking 10 years now. And it took me that fucking those 10 years I have amassed a lot of knowledge and enthusiasm for that knowledge. And one of the things I done right was start at my doorstep. Or sorry, don't let what I'm interested in be dictated by others. So all my interests, not all my interests, sorry, but a lot of my interests were in the history of my own city. And you know, that's the best journey I've ever took. And I think if other people, it's just my opinion, I'm not telling you what to do, I think if other people took that attitude, they would be less easily controlled. You know, you might know more history about your own city, your own country, your own unions, than you do about America because you're watching Alex Jones. You might have your own interests and not an interest in guns and AR-15s come out of nowhere because you're watching Alex Jones. Anyway, I digress yet again. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Tune in tomorrow for Not the Infowars Nightly News. Alrighty, boob tubes. Catch you!